Gets me through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy on Nova.
Warning, the following segment is for mature audiences only and may contain adult content, graphic language and nudity. Not that you'll see it. If easily offended, well, you're about to find out just how easily.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jodie and Hayes's Naughty at 6:40.
Naughty.
Now, we've spoken about this before, but there's a thing called, I always get this wrong. Is it pornography?
Yeah.
Or pornography?
It's close.
Like blue movies? I don't even like literally the colour blue. Like, what's going on there?
The people that like to watch it just cut it down to porn.
Oh, okay. Whereas in porn, PAWN, like chess.
Like the pawn shop.
Oh, right.
Like
Okay,
where you
very
take
good.
different old objects and exchange them for money.
Ah, I see. Here you go. Here's one for you, Jodes, as a pornography enthusiast. One of the world's most well-known adult film stars has revealed the one sex act she's yet to tick off her bucket list. Her name is Angela White.
What's she want to do?
Oh, who's Ange White? You know what I mean? Who's ever heard of her? I haven't. I have. I definitely have. She grew up in Australia before entering the sex industry at 18, and she relocated to the United States and recently picked up 2 awards, including Most Popular Female Performer at the Pornhub Awards.
What? Whoa.
Good stuff.
There's like
Go on, Ange.
there's like logies for
there
the
is.
porn industry.
Yes, there is.
Wow.
Can you imagine the red carpet and the outfits?
Oh my goodness.
That would be outrageous.
Imagine the after party celebrations, more importantly.
100%.
Jeez.
Extremely blue, so blue, almost purple. She said, I want to have sex in space. She said she loves the idea of having intercourse in zero gravity. She said, I'm so fascinated and curious about it, although even if I can't make space happen, maybe I can convince a zero gravity place to let me experience it.
Is that the zero gravity places that she speaks of? Is that where you're in like that octagon thing and you're floating? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you're
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
almost parachuting? Is that what she
100%.
means? She wants to do it like that?
Well, I think so.
That's awkward.
Well, what comes with zero gravity is no expectations when it comes to bits sort of flopping all over the place, I guess. Everything's as perky as it can possibly be.
Actually, that's not a bad result for us women, is it? Everything just sort of lifts up a little
Well,
bit.
that's it. That's it. Maybe with the blokes as well. Can I just put this out there and given it 6:40 on a Monday, maybe we're allowed to. The aftermath of zero gravity in terms of the results likened to what happens in a bath for young men who are just experiencing things. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to put it out there. It's not worth it.
I just don't know
It's
what
not worth
I just don't know what you want from me right now. What do you want
I
from
don't know.
me?
But can you imagine in a zero gravity environment and something is floating in the sky
Stop it!
and you'll finish that process maybe an hour ago?
Yeah.
It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. Jodes, it was a rough weekend for sport. Crows, no good. Thunderbirds had you guys go, no, got done by the fever. And Port Adelaide lost as well, even though I tipped them by 76 points. What the hell?
As soon as you said that you tipped them, I was like, hey,
You shouldn't do that.
you shouldn't be doing that.
I tipped them to beat the Bulldogs in Ballarat as well.
I know. What are you doing? What
am I
This
doing?
is actually blind loyalty at this point.
Yeah, I know.
Like you've come in this morning dressed in full black in mourning.
Oh, 100%. Do you know why? Because there was a moment early in the game which really, really hurt my soul. In fact, it strained my soul. What were we all thinking when we heard this?
Look at the Horn Francis injury. It was when he was chasing and he's dead set done a right hamstring.
Oh my gosh. And he was getting carried off too. At 2 trainers. There's dead set a moment where you're like, what do we do now? What do I do now?
Well, did a single tear slide down your cheek?
A single tear? A single tear?
Oh, sorry, it was
Multiple tears, thank you very
It was
much.
a flood.
Oh.
Is that season? I don't want to say. Is that season done for Port without your boy Jason?
Oh, who knows? He did speak yesterday, actually.
Yeah, it was my first hammy, so it was a bit weird, I think, for me. But yeah, I think you definitely know when you do it, you just feel it kind of go and grab, and that's kind of just what I felt. I just tried to stay positive on the bench and, help the boys out that were playing on the bench, so I was bloody freezing down there as well. So
Yes.
Weird for you, Jason.
My heart was cold too
Bit
when we
weird.
saw you getting carried off, Jason.
Bit weird for your boyfriend too. Now what's he going to do? Who's he going to watch? Who's he going to salivate over? This isn't about you, Jason.
It's not about you sometimes, Jason. For goodness sake, I don't think you understand how much we invest in your hamstrings.
Oh my So how many weeks are we talking?
No, he looks, well, there's a positive thing from that, is that potentially he only misses the Dockers game and then they've got the bye and he comes back after that against the Giants in round 13.
Right.
But still, what do I do next week?
Do you need a hug?
No, it's fine.
You sure?
Guess what? It's your turn, Connor Rosie. Some tragic news coming through on the weekend in regards to the Selwood family. It's hard to get your head around it. Adam Selwood has passed away. If you're just waking up to this news, it's absolutely rocked the football world because this was 3 months after his brother Troy passed away as well. So it's once again sparked the conversation about mental health, potentially avoiding tragic situations like this. But this was one of those things on the weekend where we were sitting in the newsroom and it came through, a release came through. And automatically, we were just in amongst all these colleagues talking for maybe 45 minutes about how the hell the Selwood family would handle a situation like this, how any family would handle a situation like this, and how it could be possibly be avoided. But once again, and it's not just AFL players, because Adam Selwood brings it to attention because it's a high-profile football family. But once again, it's a man in his early 40s, and it's a young man who gets himself in a situation, leaves his family behind, feeling like the only way that he can get himself out of this situation is to take his own life. And it sparks up another conversation about mental health and just what can be done. It's freaking devastating. Yeah. And it didn't matter if you knew Adam Selwood, because straight away, like myself, you start thinking about your own family. And if I had myself in a situation, I was leaving my family and the impact that it would have. And it's heartbreaking to say the least.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing when you think about it is looking at the kids and just the fact that they're going to grow up without a dad, both those families and young kids too. And you just wonder what sort of mental state he was in to think that those kids would be better off if their dad wasn't here.
So that's the thing. That is 100%. The Selwood's never been the same, unfortunately, and that sucks. Like, no matter what happens, all the good times, unfortunately, they're always going to think about Adam and Troy and the fact that they're not there. So if you can look at a situation like this and say, how could you possibly do that, and knowing the devastation you're going to cause, well, congratulations, you're in a good enough mental state that you don't look like you're going down this path. So what you need to understand, the people that do take this path don't feel like they have an option.
Yeah.
And that is speaking from experience with a mate who left a note and said that sort of stuff. We're sitting there going, this is crazy, look what's happened. A note that said, look, sorry it's taken this long. You guys will now be better off without me. So that's what you need to understand. And what you do need to understand, and the message which has been coming through from the Selwood family, from everybody who's seen this, is that help is available. 13 11 14 is obviously the number for Lifeline. There's Beyond Blue. There's all sorts of things. This sort of stuff, for the most part, is avoidable. And that's why a situation like this, a young family goes through without Adam, and the Selwoods go through without Adam and Troy. It's shit. That's all it is.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I think you're the first to say, pick up the phone and call a mate. It's hard, but pick up the phone and talk about it.
Yeah.
Because if you're internalising all these feelings, it's not going to get better.
Yeah. And I'll say as well, from a bloke's perspective versus a woman's perspective, guys don't talk as freely. This is my opinion. Guys don't talk as freely as women. So I feel like girls are very, very good at getting stuff off your chest. And as we know, it's therapeutic to talk about how you're feeling. Guys don't do that. We just naturally bottle it up. Tragically as well, based on what happened with Troy, Adam was in the process. He was about to do this big run to raise awareness for mental health and really, really paint a picture of how this sort of stuff can be avoided. So he didn't get to do that run.
It was supposed to be next week, wasn't it?
Yeah, which is, it's just, it really, really makes you think. So look, if you're fighting demons, you've got to speak to someone. You can't sit there and try and fight something like this by yourself, because if you do, you need help. You absolutely need help, and there's places available.
1300 224636 is the number for Beyond Blue, and of course Lifeline will always pick up the phone as well. 13 11 14 is their number.
It's a joke. It's a joke. That is a good joke.
Jodie and Hayes's Monday morning joke off.
Best way to kick off the working week. Bit of humour joke.
Yeah.
Who'd like to go first? One shot at one joke each. Producer Molly, what do you got? Give us a go.
Ooh, okay.
Here we go.
What do you call a woman with one leg?
Ooh.
What do you call a woman with one leg? Eileen. Oh, no. Oh,
there it is. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Good joke there, Dad.
You want to go next?
I'll go next. All right.
Go
Let's
on
give it a go. How about this? A woman breaks up with a man who has a very small... That's right. Very small penis. Right. And his friends were amazed that he didn't seem hurt or fazed by the breakup. And they asked him how he felt, and he said, "It's okay, I just wasn't that into her." You get it, Joe?
I do.
So, is spiritually, physically, what are we talking here? Okay,
we don't need to mansplain your joke, okay?
Sorry. Yeah.
All right, a blonde and a redhead have a ranch and they've just lost their bull. So the women need to buy another but only have $500. So the redhead tells the blonde, "I will go to the market and see if I can find one for under that amount. If I can, I will send you a telegram." Mm-hmm. And she goes to the market and she finds a bull for $499. Having only $1 left, she goes to the telegraph office and finds out that it costs $1 per word. Uh-oh. She's stumped on how to tell the blonde to bring the truck and the trailer. Finally, she tells the telegraph operator to send the word comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Skeptical, the operator asks, "Well, how will she know to come with the trailer and the truck with just that one word?" And the redhead replies, "She's a blonde, so she reads slow. Comfortable."
Oh.
That was good. Comfortable.
Comfortable. I get it. That's good.
Yeah, that was exhausting.
Talking to a couple of blondes.
We had a staycation on the weekend. I repeat, a staycation. So we have a little team meeting here on Fridays and then we spin a wheel and someone wins a prize. And I won the major prize, which was a night's accommodation.
How the hell did you pull that off, by the way?
I wasn't even in the meeting.
Yeah.
That'll shock you.
Yeah, I know. You're never there. You got rewarded.
Anywho, so we've had this night's accommodation up our sleeve for a little while and it was Summer's birthday, her 12th birthday. So we thought, do you know what? I'll take her shopping. And then we'll stay in a hotel and it'll be wholesome. And then somehow the rest of the family thought we want in on that. So suddenly we had to get a 2-bedroom room and everyone piled into the Marriott Hotel on the weekend.
That's nice.
It was so fun. I can't begin to tell you, if you ever get the opportunity just to whisk the kids away for a night in a hotel, because they love it. Because remember when you're a kid and being in a hotel was the bee's knees?
Oh, yeah, it could be anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's just down the road. It doesn't matter if it's outside. You camp in a tent. You're like, it's not usual. That's why it's unique.
So anywho, off we trot into the Marriott. I catch up with my friend Laura, who works in there with the kids. And I said to the kids, can you please thank Laura because she's helped arrange this beautiful little Oddie family staycation. And they said, yes, that's fine. So they sit and they start having a conversation with my beautiful girlfriend Laura. And Summer, she said, what are you doing, Summer? What are you going to do over the next couple of days? She goes, well, we'll go shopping today. And then we've got netball tomorrow morning, so we'll go and do that, and then we'll come back to the hotel. And then we'll probably go to the pool because Daddy said he wants some alone time in the room with Mum.
Did Laura ask for details?
Laura was like, okay.
Probably just a catch up to get deep into conversation.
That's it. We want to have a chat.
Yeah. And how'd it go?
Our next guest, thanks to KO, the only place to watch every game of every round live and ad break free during play is on KO Sports. And the main man, Jonathan Brown, joins us now. We're not going to mention the war. That is the Brisbane Lions getting done at home yesterday, Jonathan.
No. And the Adelaide teams as well. So
I know.
It's been a tough week for us all as footy supporters, hasn't it? But footy's great and it's starting to even up again. The last 2 rounds have been good footy. The comp's pretty even. Up until then, they've been pretty ordinary. There have been a lot of blowout margins, but the last fortnight's been good.
Andrew Hayes has been in the fetal position all morning because not only did Port lose, but Jason Horne-Francis did his hammy. So there's been tears, there's been tantrums. He's been inconsolable.
It's pretty ordinary, wasn't it? The Cats are pretty handy, but he's in front of your home crowd. What happened? What's wrong?
Yeah, Hayesy.
I think they were kicking the wrong way. There was a bit of confusion about whether they were supposed to play football or some other sort of game, but it wasn't AFL, Brownie. It wasn't AFL.
It wasn't. Was there a bit of feedback over the fence? You weren't there, were you? You weren't one of those supporters going bananas.
No, but do you know what? I was watching on TV, and even I could tell that there was some feedback being thrown over the fence.
Yeah, and then the narrative starts again. when's Kenny Hinkley going to stay?
Oh, no.
When's Josh Carr going to take over? So you've got to be on every week, no doubt about it. But the Cats are pretty handy. Jeremy Cameron's running around kicking 7.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty hard to stop that man. He's one of the best in the comp.
Brownie, we have to talk about this because it's been an absolutely tragic week in the AFL and for the Selwood family and close to your heart as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It was close to Selwoods. I played with Troy for a long time and, that was devastating the start of the year. Very sad. So I don't think I've shed a tear for a while, but certainly shed a tear during those times. It's just unbelievable to think the same things happened to his brother a few months later. So couldn't imagine the pain that Adam went through losing his twin brother, and couldn't imagine what Bryce and Maroon, Scott and Joel are going through, as well as his loved ones and his kids. Just heartbreaking. So obviously opens up a wider conversation about mental health, but this is obviously extremely unique situation. I don't think I've ever heard of this situation before, twin brothers. So it's devastating for the whole community.
Brownie, are you going above and beyond to try and spark more conversations? Are you getting in touch with mates and families to make sure that you're just talking?
It was certainly brought to the front of our mind, the old Lions boys, and we're quite a close group, but we've got our WhatsApp and we do stay connected, but I think that sort of probably brought it to the forefront, didn't it, after Troy's passing. So, we've reached out, and only yesterday, Aaron Shattuck, one of our close mates, premiership player, Adelaide boy, nearly lost his life at the start of the year. He was in a coma for a few months, and the boys took him to the footy. It was his first outing yesterday. He's able to survive that after a digger landed on him, and we all thought he was going to pass then, and that was about a similar time to Troy's passing as well. So that certainly brought us all together and made us reach out to each other and be conscious of reaching out to each other and just checking in, because you never quite know what's going on beyond the scenes, do you? I knew Adam was struggling a little bit, but obviously Troy's passing, that was understandable. I had a beer with him at the funeral, and he looked okay, but as I say, you just never know what's going on beyond the scenes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Looks can be deceiving, even the people that you think are doing okay, especially when they've been through a tragedy. It's so important to check in, isn't it, Brownie? All right. Yeah,
well, that's right. I think sometimes, probably as males, especially we think, you don't want to intrude on people, and we just happy-go-lucky and go about our life, but we probably don't ask those questions enough of each other. So, again, like I said, this is a unique situation, but it just further promotes the fact that you do have to look out for each other, especially men's mental health, because it's been a silent killer.
Brownie, you come to us thanks to KO, and we appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much for covering that topic. Obviously, it's a very, very raw space for you, and hearing you speak like that as well is going to make a huge difference. So thank you, mate.
No, thanks. All the best to the Adelaide teams for the rest of the season.
I need to know. I need to know now.
I need to know.
I need to know.
I need to know. What's in the news today?
I need to know this. Here's what you need to know.
What you need to know with Jodie and Hayesy.
Yeah, the breaking news this morning is that former US President...
sorry. I was going really with the shark stuff.
I was just going to quickly touch on the news that former US President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has spread to his bones. So that's not great, is it?
No, that is very much not great at all.
82 years old, though. That's sort of around prostate cancer territory, isn't it?
No, is it? Okay. No, I don't know much in this space.
No, you don't.
But, obviously don't wish that upon anyone.
No, but if it's going to make you feel better, you can play the shark music now.
All right, we're in. What do you got, Jodes? I was like, it's strange backup music for Joe Biden. But anyway.
Remember last week, I reckon it was last Thursday, there was a shark attack at Port Noarlunga, just near the jetty there, only about 40, 50 metres offshore.
Yeah.
Poor man had a shark bite into his leg and was subsequently taken to the Flinders Medical Centre. Well, guess what? A 3-metre shark has now been spotted at the same spot as that gruesome shark attack last week.
Gosh, this is really, really concerning, quite seriously.
Well, yeah, they reckon it's the algal bloom, so it's not going away anytime soon. So the theory is that the sharks, there's no oxygen out deep, so they're coming in close to the shore to try and get some oxygen, which is why one of them beached itself at Henley Beach.
Yeah.
So this is the sixth shark.
Sixth?
Spotted on our shores in just 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, question without notice, and you just mentioned just before, are they saying there's a time where it could change, where everything goes back to normal, or it's going to be long term?
I genuinely can't answer that question because I don't know how long this algal bloom outbreak is going to last for.
And they don't know. The experts don't know either.
Well, I'm sure they've got more of an idea than I. Like, look at me. Do I look like an algal bloom expert to you?
No, you've got some shark tendencies about you.
Do I?
You don't look like an algal bloom expert, I'll be honest.
But I look like a predator. Is that what you're saying?
I don't say that. Algal bloom experts, do they wear turtlenecks? Not really sure.
It's not a turtleneck.
Feels like a turtleneck.
It's not.
Okay.
But I do. If it was a turtleneck and I had turtleneck and glasses, then I could be an algal bloom expert.
Absolutely.
Or Steve Jobs.
Maybe. Great Christmas parties.
Let's talk about men who do half a job. Yes, I repeat, men who do half a job.
Oh.
Yesterday, for reasons known only to my husband and the clothing gods, he decided Sunday afternoon, mid-afternoon, mind you, was a good time to clean out the clothes of all the girls' rooms.
Oh, I love that proactiveness. Well done.
So by about 5 o'clock on a Sunday night, when we're all trying to prepare for the week and get ready, I sent through a photo to you of what? Please tell me what was in the front entrance of the hallway to my home. Tell me, describe it.
It was a whole giant pile of clothes that looked like they were on the way out.
Yes.
But they were trying to make their way out the front door, but they couldn't quite get there.
Yeah.
Like they'd started the journey and then they'd stopped for a cup of tea.
That mound of clothes that you see in front of you will sit there if I don't dispose of them for probably 3 weeks.
Oh.
Half a job.
Well, it's a 50-50 relationship, so he's done 50%. Who's going to do the other 50%? You know what I mean?
Oh, man. On top of that, to add to the clothing issue that we have in our home, on top of that, he brought a chest of drawers for Harper for her room. He was missing some screws for one of the drawers. So that chest of drawers has sat there for 2 months with 3 out of the 4 drawers. With just a big gaping hole in the middle. Mm-hmm. And every time I would say, hey, do you reckon we could finish off those chest of drawers? He'd be like, oh, I'm just going to get the screws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on the list. It's not easy sometimes because we're always thinking and we're trying to work out what the next project is and how we can better this whole situation. And sometimes, rarely, jobs like this get missed or they get done at 50%.
But it's the timing of the jobs too. Like, why do you boys always embark on major projects at the worst, most inconvenient times? Quite often when people are coming over to visit.
It's a genuine stitch up by our brains. We go, do you know what? That thing that doesn't need to be done now for the next 6 months, you need to do it now.
Is that what happens?
Do it now. And you go, oh, okay, I'm just listening to my brain.
I'm going to ask this question. Does Cara have a couple of things that you perhaps do half a job?
Yes, so I asked her, she sent a list through. She said cleaning the kitchen, raking the leaves, feeding the cat and the bedroom. So
everything.
Yeah.
You're a big old half a jobber. 13 24 10. We want to hear about the half a jobbers this morning.
My big question is when she says the bedroom, does that mean making the bed or does it mean something else? Is activity in there? I don't know, Jones. I don't know. She didn't specify.
I strongly suspect you only do half a job in there.
Oh my gosh. 13 24 10. What half job does your partner do? Up for grabs. $100 family cook voucher. Get involved. You know what? It's feedback and it's therapy for our partners. What half job does your partner do? This, I feel like, is not fair on Greg because he does such a beautiful job on everything else.
He's a beautiful man. He tries his hardest, but there is a chest of drawers in our house that has been missing a whole drawer for about 2 months now. So we got 3 out of the 4 drawers, so that's fine. And then yesterday afternoon, late on a Sunday, decides I'm just going to pull out all the clothes that the girls don't wear anymore and leave them in the hallway, in the entrance to our house.
Oh, geez, he's doing his best. He's doing his best. He'll get there eventually.
He's 50% there. You tried to tell me during the break that your wife does half a job.
No, well...
Don't tell the whole of Adelaide how your wife does half a job.
That was a private conversation that I was too scared to make public. No, what I would say is that sometimes Cara will be like, do you know what, if you get the kids out of here, I'll get this house absolutely spotless. And I'm like, cool, kids, let's go get a baby tuna. And then you come home and you can see the house is like literally shining and then you walk through the door and you're like, oh, this is such a great place. But, I've tripped over a shoe. I've tripped over one of Cara's shoes.
I want to know...
Why can't ladies put their shoes away?
What? Oh, that's very generic.
It feels... Okay, yeah, that's maybe a little bit premature for me to make it generic.
I just want to say, why is it so triggering for you? Because the same thing with my husband. I could clean the house. It would be sparkling, but if I've left an errand shoe and he trips on it...
Oh... Dead set, honestly. And some of the times when I fall over car shoes, we'll go back, I'll take a run up. And it's like I'm trying to convert from 60 out. That's how hard I put my foot through
shoes.
it. And I'll look at them and be like, I haven't seen those shoes as well. It's like a new pair of runners. And then I'll take them to the place where she keeps them and be like, oh, look, that's 12 pairs of runners she's got.
Oh, we need runners
No,
for
you
different
don't.
occasions. Yes, we do.
I wear a pair of runners until I literally fall out of them.
But we need runners for casual. We need them for the gym. We need them for running. We need them for netball.
Okay, 13 24 10. What half job does your partner do? Let's start with Indy in Hallett Cove. Good morning, Indy. Indy, you there?
Hello, Indy.
Let's go to Layla in Broadview.
Hey, Layla.
Hi,
Oh, hi. Oh, who's this, mum or dad?
Layla.
No. Okay, Layla. Who does half a job in your house?
Both.
They both. Okay. What did they do half a job at?
A trampoline.
Oh.
That's important. That is important as well,
Before you
Layla.
finish that off.
Yeah, you need to spring it up at 100% because you put 50% springs in. That's dangerous for the kids.
So what does it look like at the moment, Layla?
So it's like the trampoline that you jump on there, and then there's poles on.
Yeah.
But we forgot to put the sides on first, then the poles.
Oh, okay, yeah.
no.
That's pretty crucial.
That's disastrous. Have you hurt yourself yet, Layla?
I hurt my back a bit before.
Yeah, that's okay. You recover. You can still walk though, can't you, Layla?
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
walk.
you're fine.
That's
You're
all
fine.
right.
It's
That's
character
all right.
building.
They'll get round to it eventually.
Yeah, that's good. All right, 13 24 10. Give us a call. What half job does your partner do? Let's just expose. When I say expose, let's help our partners
Yes.
become better at finishing these jobs.
Yes, please.
Can be tough, Judge. Putting it out there, what half job does your partner do? We just got involved in a group text. My wife just sent a text to, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be on this thread. She said, is he serious? He doesn't start a job, never mind a half job. Whoa!
Ouch.
Hey, ouch, Carl, I've got a heart.
We're talking about the half jobs that your partner does. On the back of yesterday, my husband deciding just to pull all the clothes out of the girls' wardrobe that they don't wear anymore and just chuck them in the hallway. To do what with?
He'll get there.
No, will he? Is he going to put them in plastic bags and take them to the Goodwill?
Well, I'll say this much, teamwork makes the dream work. He's done 50%. Should you do the other 50%? I don't know.
Mate,
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I was busy yesterday doing all the meal prep for the week, for goodness sake.
Oh, okay. With your turkey salad.
13 24 10, let's do this. Half a job. Let's go to Danny from Hallett Cove. Who does half a job, Danny?
My husband. I love him to death, but I don't think he's ever completed a job in his life.
He has good intentions. I'll say that much, Danny. Well, what are we talking? Is there like a regular sort of area that he can't quite finish?
For any cleaning job. So, I mean, my last week, he was lovely. I came home, he had tried to clean the bathroom. It all looked kind of nice until I looked at the sink and it was full of all the dirty shampoo and conditioner bottles because he didn't know whether he should wipe them.
Oh, see?
Oh, that's tricky territory, isn't it?
And then they continued to sit there for 2 weeks because I refused to do it.
I know, sometimes we go,
It's a genuine standoff.
It's a genuine Mexican standoff over the shampoo bottles because sometimes we get a little bit petty and we're like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And then you don't do it and it doesn't get done.
For weeks and weeks.
Yes.
And the cloth's sitting there being like, you guys going to sort this out or what?
Yeah.
To clean myself.
Paige from Andrews Farm, who's doing half a job?
My lovely partner, Zach. Sorry to call him out.
That's okay. Go for it. What's he do?
It's the dishes. Like, we appreciate it. Any little part, we appreciate it. But it's like the big pot that gets left after all the dishes and it gets half filled and it's cleaning itself at the time being when you are.
Yeah.
So it's got to soak, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, we love that.
It's got to soak, as well as the stuff in the bottom of the sink from doing the dishes and the soap suds around the sink. Like, we're locking in on it all, but those three, they just kind of get passed over a little bit.
Jeez, I tell you what, Paige, you are the dish general and you run a tight ship here.
Yeah.
No, these are valid concerns, Paige. And the other one, when they fill the sink at night and you wake up in the morning and then it's just cold, dirty dishwater with...
And it's got the film?
Yes.
No.
And then you've got to put your hand in it to unplug the thing.
So that. I think that's tough. But what I will say is it's a bloke thing. I love identifying a big dish and being like, that's a soaker. Fill it up, let it soak overnight.
No.
That's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, and then let me ask you this. Do you have any intention of finishing off that job?
Well, sometimes you sit there and you're like, I'll get to that in the morning, and then you wake up and it's like it's already clean. So you're like, I assumed it cleaned itself.
Oh, my Lord.
It's quite magical, isn't it?
Amber from Clarence Gardens. Hi, Amber.
Good morning.
Who's doing half a job?
My lovely partner Dylan. He is the king of home reno and DIY.
Yep.
Very happy to start a job, just cannot finish it. It's all the finishing touches. Once it sort of looks like it's done, then it's on to the next thing.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what, Amber? I think there's a bit of it's like going for a run. You start it and you're like, I've got big motivation, and you get into it and you're like, oh, this sucks.
Amber, what sort of stuff has he left?
Well, our entire house is just a big DIY right now. So we've got the front exterior. It was painting blue, and then we got around the corner and he decided he preferred grey. So he started going up the wall with grey. There's still plastic on the windows from 4 months ago when we started doing this, and not finished.
Oh,
Keeps talking about getting on the roof and doing the painting up there first. I don't know what colour we're going with, but we've also got the taps hanging out of the bathroom bath, half a wall of ungrouted tile. There's a whole wall that hasn't even been tiled yet.
How do you live that way, Amber? How are you living that way?
Well, I don't have the motivation to start renovating a bathroom, so when he starts, he's got to finish it.
Fair enough.
I'll do all my little kind of DIYs. We've got, the shed. We're putting a gym up, and we've got the walls, but there's still 3 panels missing from the ceiling, and insulation falling down.
Oh.
We've got...
It's a lot to deal with here.
Yeah, there's everything. Everything is DIY. Like the kitchen is still not siliconed from a few months ago.
Wow.
We're just sort of getting away with it looking okay on the surface.
Yeah, he's a real half a jobber.
Go for it, Dylan. You've got a lot of work to do, my friend. That's okay. In fact, we might give Amber the $100 family cook voucher.
Yeah.
You think, Jodes?
Oh, at least she'll have a meal made. That's good, because her kitchen is clearly not functioning.
Yeah.
Is it?
Actually, we might give you $50 from that, Amber. How does that sound?
Yeah, we'll just give you half.